he put Toronto kind of back on the map.
He put Toronto 100%. 100%. He put Toronto back on the map. I would say 2010 when he hit the 50 whatever plus over.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the 450 Dead Center Baseball Podcast, not really podcast channel. Chris here with Daniel.
Hello.
And today we are building the Toronto Blue Jays all-time lineup because we're still in an MLB lockout.
By the time we're recording this, we're still in an MLB lockout.
Yeah, I mean the players and owners are about 100 million off right now, so that's not looking too good.
I'm not gonna lie, Chris, if the people like this video, I feel like we could make this a series.
I think so.
And do them for all as many teams as we want. I think it'd be really cool to do. So if you guys want to see that, definitely smash the like button and let us know in the comments as well. Hit that subscribe button as well.
Mm-hmm. So today we're talking about the all-time Blue Jays lineup. We're going to give you one player for each position. Shorts, like from first base all the way to like relief pitcher, I guess. I don't know. And then we're going to give a few honorable mentions for each position because there are a few honorable mentions because we've been a team since, 73, 77? I don't know. But yeah, we're going to keep going.
I mean, so a very important thing for people to remember when we were making this, we are only taking into account players' time on the Jays.
Exactly.
So people like David Price.
He was good.
Good pitcher. But he was only on the Jays for half a year.
Yes, exactly.
Tulowitzki, good player, but only on the Jays for a couple of years. So just keep that in mind when we're making this.
So. Yeah.
But I mean.
So let's start us off with the catcher position. So who do we have written down, Daniel?
I mean, there's a lot of ways we could have gone with this, Chris. I mean, Russell Martin is really, really good.
Alejandro Kirk.
We could go with everyone's favorite commentator who got fired, Greg Zahn, but no.
Woo! Alejandro Kirk,
Reese McGuire, Danny Jansen,
JP
Arancibia. But we decided Ernie Witt. I mean,
yeah,
let's be real. He was a part of the winning team in 92, 93, so
Was he?
It's pretty simple like that. Like, if you won a championship, you're pretty much guaranteed on this spot almost.
Well, it says he was on the team from 77 to 89, so I don't know if he was, but he was with the team at least for like the beginning of the competitive era, so.
Oh, I thought he was. My bad. Maybe he was not on the team for that.
I believe it was somebody else. But he had 131 home runs with us, with a 518 RBIs, 22 stolen bases. I mean, pretty good numbers. So I think he would probably be.
Maybe it's not Ernie Wood I was thinking of, but like 77 to 89.
That's like
he was a foundation for building this team to what it is. Right? He kind of helped the Jays get an identity. He was there in 85 when they made the playoffs the first time. So.
Exactly, and in a couple years, obviously Kirk's going to be on this list, same with Gabriel Moreno, but right now we have Ernie Witt. So, first baseman, there is a lot to talk about here because we've had some pretty good first basemen. Edwin, Big Daddy Vladdy, John Olerud, Fred McGriff, Justin Smoke. I mean, we've had some pretty good first basemen in our history, but Carlos Delgado.
I mean, this guy rakes.
And
rakes.
He raked, exactly. 336 home runs with the Toronto Blue Jays. That's. I think that's all I got to say.
Bro, he had 1,000+ RBIs. He's the guy that hit the sub. I don't want to call it the sub shop. Whatever that glass thing is in the back.
Yeah, he hit that. I mean, he was on the team for 9 years too, 11 years.
He hit the jumbotron a ton of times.
One of the best Blue Jays in the history of the Toronto Blue Jays. So it's a no-brainer that he's going to be here. But there's a but after Vladdy's career. Is he going to be there?
Honestly, if Vlad keeps playing like he did last year, he definitely could be there, 100%.
Probably the greatest Blue Jay of all time. Could be the best player of all time.
I want to mention, you could have easily put Delgado at DH and put John Olerud there or Edwin, but we decided to go a different route.
Yeah, we did. Second baseman. A little controversial now. But, I mean, it's really a no-doubter. Roberto Alomar.
Yeah. If you're just looking at his playing career, I mean, guy was a stud. He was the only... He's not considered with the Jays anymore, but at the time that he got inducted, he was the first ever Jay to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. So
exactly. And one of the Toronto Blue Jays' greatest players of all time, won 2 World Series with us, so... I mean, it's really no one else to say. Like, you could mention Aaron Hill, Orlando Hudson, And even after this year, Marcus Simeon, I would throw up on that list as well.
For that one
But
year, Simeon did have a really, really good year. But I mean,
exactly,
if we're
but
talking longevity and we're talking
mhm.
icon for the team, like as much as Alomar has so many problems off the field,
On
on
the
the
field,
field,
we
that
wouldn't
guy
have
was a
won.
player.
We wouldn't have won some
No,
World Series without him. And I
no
mean,
way.
and after Kevin Biggio's career, he'll be up here. So next up, shortstop.
You and Kevin Biggio,
He's
man.
good, man. I'm telling you. This is kind of a really easy pick. I'm gonna be honest. Tony Fernandez. Like, there's no one else.
R.I.P. by the way to the legend.
Yep. R.I.P.
This guy was on the team. I mean, 83 to 90, came back in 93 to win, 98 to 99. I mean, like,
I know
this
one.
guy's a J.
Yeah, he just liked it here. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, I don't blame him because Toronto. But I'll be honest. There's like really nobody else that's even like considerably close to Tony Fernandez in shortstop besides Bo, but he just started. So
Maybe by the time Bo's career's done, maybe. But I
yeah,
mean, the
Marco
one thing
Scudero.
Tony Fernandez has on Bo that will always have on Bo is this guy could play defense insanely.
Yes, he was incredible, and it
I
wasn't
mean,
he
he won 4 straight Gold Gloves.
172 stolen bases, might I add.
So, and he had 297. So, like,
hmm Like he
I
was
mean,
he was just one of those menaces on the base paths. That's all we got to say. And
at the time,
he's a
at the
good.
time when the shortstop position really wasn't like what it is today, you know,
Like that
it
was
was more of a
perfect.
defensive position, and he pulled it out.
Exactly. And speaking of defensive positions, we have third baseman. This is another actually kind of tough pick, I would have to say. Like, I mean, it's the number one is like clear, and I'm surprised Scott Rowland wasn't an honorable mention on this list. But we have Josh Donaldson.
I mean, what do you say? He's the only other MVP
Exactly.
for the
No,
Jays,
100
right?
percent. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Vladdy could have won it this year. Not gonna lie, but
Vladdy got screwed, but
mhm.
yeah, all that two or whatever 4 seasons he was here. I mean, it's really two because he got hurt for the last two, but the 4 seasons he was here, this guy revived Toronto.
Yeah, he like
Not
built the
not
team around him.
single-handedly, but
There's a dash named after him. Like, come on, the Donaldson dash.
Donaldson Dash, bringer of rain. I mean, the whole six thing started really because of him.
Yeah,
Like,
you're ripping the six when he comes up to the plate. Come on.
played. I mean, I hope one day Donaldson will come back.
Yeah, even just to like end his career here because we were really the prime of his career. I'm gonna be honest. Like I know he was good with the Athletics, but he didn't win an MVP there. Like he won it here.
No,
He loved the city.
he went from a good player with Oakland to a superstar here.
Exactly. And then actually last year when he came back for the first time, when he was who was he with? Cleveland? No, what team's oh Twins. He's on the Twins.
Minnesota.
Yeah, I was actually at that game and he got like a standing ovation every single time he came to bat. It was like, oh, he's back. Yeah, we love you. So
Especially like for recent Jays, because especially for like me and Chris, I mean, most of the 93, 90s, like 92, 93, the 85 team, like we don't remember that. We weren't alive for that. So we
yeah,
only know like
like
what's on
yeah, like we
all
don't
the
have
highlights
that
of it, right?
connection with those players.
Right? Donaldson is, I would argue, Chris, and you can, for me, he's the fourth player on this list I relate to the most.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's one player on this list who you know was my favorite player, like probably still my favorite player of all time.
Oh, yeah, and
Yeah,
there's one
like
on here that's definitely my favorite player, but like Donaldson's right up there. This guy really, I mean, I remember playing baseball back in those days when ground ball at third base and batting practice, and everyone is doing the Donaldson bare hand.
yeah, I know.
Everyone is doing the Donaldson
And
bare
that
hand.
was what, like 6 years ago. Like we were what, like 16, 15,
14,
14. Like
15,
like we're
something like
20
that.
now. So yeah, so yeah, Donaldson. I mean, and also that him, Bautista, Edwin, like they brought the playoffs to us for the first time. Like there was no playoffs when we were growing up. Like when we were younger, like we didn't have that. So like
I
2015
should
was the first
mention,
time.
I should mention some honorable mentions. I mean, Kelly Gruber, really, really good for the Jays in the 90s, right? Ants Molinix, another really good player. And then I don't know how they put Brett Laurie here, but I'm sorry, Scott Rowland is a little bit better than
It's because
Brett
we
Laurie.
traded Laurie for Donaldson.
That's why.
They're like, good stuff, Brett. Yeah, I would put Scott Rowland on the honorable mentions list. But let's talk about the outfield now. So for left field, they have George Bell.
I mean, first ever MVP. That's enough said.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good, pretty good. I mean,
It's pretty much enough said. He was there with 85, like
yeah, I mean,
10 years with the Jays almost.
my boy Shannon Stewart is an honorable mention. We met him in Winterfest. I like
Sick
Shannon
guy,
Stewart.
by the way.
I
Sick
hit a
guy.
ding. He was the first player I hit a dinger with when I used to play baseball games back in the day. So I have that connection with him. He was my favorite.
Yeah, I've never heard of Willie Upshaw to be honest, but Jose Cruz I've heard of.
Yeah, and then I mean, Gurriel could be on this list in the future. Who knows?
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Center field. This is another one that me and you are very familiar with.
Vernon Wells. We met him as
Vernon
well.
Wells.
Did we meet him? I think
I
we
mean,
met him.
I'm not gonna lie. This was such a toss-up between him and Devon White.
Yeah, 100%. But I
Like,
mean, Vernon
such a
Wells, like
toss-up.
before Springer was on the team, Vernon Wells had what the biggest contract in Blue Jay history. So, and he was with us for 11 years. Like he was amazing. Like he was. I mean, he started off pretty bad. He had some good years, bad years, but he was kind of sort of that face of the outfield for that like 2000s.
He was
Blue
the
Jays team.
centerpiece of that team for the mid 2000s, to be honest, like hitting wise.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like,
like,
he wasn't the best hitter in the world, but he was like competent enough to like be the face of the team.
the reason why I mainly have him over Devon White here is I just feel like Vernon provided way more with the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy was hitting dingers. I guess Devon White, he's more of a singles kind of guy, doubles, play good outfield. But I mean, Vernon Wells, he still played a really, really good outfield. So
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, we also do kind of have that connection growing up watching him like roam the outfield. So I guess there's maybe a little bias in that.
yeah,
Yeah. All right, right fielder.
I mean,
It's tough.
it's tough. I know what it says on this list, Chris, but I think we should go with the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that hit the walk-off.
Joe Carter.
I think so.
Joe Carter. I agree. I mean,
I think so.
Joe Carter, Bautista, you can really swap them between right field DH. I really don't think it matters. But
I mean, well, I'll just start out here. Bautista's DH for us here.
yeah, I mean, I wanted him in. I would put him in right field and Carter in DH, but we'll go with the other way. Just why
Whatever
not?
way.
I mean, Jesse
You could flip
Barfield
them
as well.
around.
Come on, I mean, he's also really good too.
I mean, those two, like these two guys, Carter and Bautista, are, I would say, the two most popular players in Toronto history.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up having Bautista as my favorite player. I'm gonna be honest. Like I like first guy like when I really started like to watch baseball in what 2009, 2010, Bautista was like the GOAT. So like I love him.
I mean, and you can make an argument Alomar is up there, but like he's got the whole scandal behind them and everything. But I mean, Carter and Bautista are the two. Like, if you go to a baseball player and ask, everyone in Toronto knows these two.
Everyone knows Bautista and Carter.
Everyone knows, and you can ask who hit the walk-off. I guarantee you 99.9% of the people will answer that question.
Exactly. And
That's
like
Joe
now,
Carter.
like the generation growing up, like everybody knows who Bichette, Guerrero, and all those guys are. And it's
Yeah.
great. Now, like, because back in the day, that was like us, we're like, whoa, we know Bautista, we know Donaldson, we know Encarnacion. I love how like there's a like waves of
It is.
like,
There's a waves of
generation.
generation here.
Mhm.
And I mean, the one thing I always find cool about Carter is he's the last player to touch the ball in both World Series wins.
Really? What, was he first base in the other one?
It was first base
Yeah,
when he
it's first
caught it in 92, and then 93 hit the home run.
Hit the
So
dinger.
I
He
think
just-
that's so cool.
It is really
that-
cool. Like I wish the Jays could have won a World Series with like the Bautista era because he 100% deserved it. Like he put Toronto kind of back on the map.
He
sort
put
of.
Toronto 100%, 100%. He put Toronto back on the map. I would say 2010 when he hit the 50 whatever plus home
54.
runs.
I will
Yeah.
never forget that. That's the only baseball card I still have. It's Jose Bautista's 2009 card.
Joey Bats, man. I mean, and he has the sickest bat toss.
He
MLB
invented
history.
the
I
he
do
invented
not
the bat
care.
toss. He was
He-
the reason why baseball is fun.
Yes. So
Yeah.
DH, man.
Yeah.
Joey Batista,
Jose.
Joe Carter, two legends. Some other honorable mentions we'll throw out here. I mean, you could easily put Edwin at DH.
Jesse Barfield, right field.
Jesse Barfield, Alex Rios, Sean Green. Like, these are a lot of guys you could kind of intermix there.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's Kendrys Morales, the GOAT.
Oh, yeah. Kendrys Morales.
Kendrys Morales, I love that guy. I hated Kendrys so much.
Now,
Yeah.
Chris, the pitcher.
There's only one. I have to say, there's only
This
one.
is
for me.
my favorite player of all time.
I know.
As you can see, I got the jersey. I don't know if you can see it.
I can see Trout. Oh yeah, I can see it.
there.
I can see it. I can see it.
Head's blocking it, but R.I.P. to the legend, Roy Doc Halladay. Like,
I mean, I could see an argument for Dave Steve, but no, Roy Halladay.
and I know it says a year is wrong for sure because there's no way he started pitching in '85.
Yeah, it says 85 to 94, and then
It's not. I'm pretty.
listen, 94 to 64. So apparently he's playing till to
Let
2064
me
here.
look up Halladay's actual stats because the website we are using has a bug in it.
Yes. I mean,
He pitched from 98 to 2009 with the Jays.
goat, man. I mean, that's all I gotta say. One of the how many Cy Youngs did he win? 2010. I know he won one in 2010.
Let me count.
2003 as well, I believe.
Let me count them.
Yeah.
One. He won 2 Cy Youngs, but he finished in the top 3 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Wow.
So,
Best pitcher the Blue Jays have ever had. I mean, besides Tyler Chatwood, of course. But Roy Halladay. It's really no debate, I would have to say. I mean, I know the old folk could probably be like, oh, but Dave Steve, but like Roy Halladay. So yeah.
That guy, like I said, he was my favorite player. He still is my favorite player ever. I don't care. That guy, when I got that jersey, I had to get Halladay on the back of it. That was like my only wish.
Yep.
And this guy he reminded me so much of Max Scherzer watching Max Scherzer now.
Yeah.
If I had to compare someone to Roy Halladay, it was Max Scherzer because Max Scherzer every 5 days goes out there and pitches a gem.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, you know how much I love Max Scherzer, and you know how much I liked Roy Halladay. So I guess I just like that style of pitcher.
Like for the younger generation, if you're watching our video right now and you want to see modern day Roy Halladay, watch Max Scherzer. Yeah. They are literally like the menace they have on the mound.
Yeah, like just
you're going to be in the game when they
that
pitch.
Presence they have. You just like, crap, we're going to lose. Unless Vlad comes up, it's a 3 home
Halladay for me was the first ever player I've seen in baseball that could take over a game.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's other players who can do that as well, but I mean, I guess from our perspective growing up.
Halladay was the first guy. I mean,
yeah.
I'd put him right up there with like I mean, this is gonna be controversial. It might be a bias because Roy Halladay's my favorite player ever, but like, I would say you could throw him up there with Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, like all these great pitchers.
Yeah, he just doesn't have right up as many of like the playoff accolades because the Jays were never good.
If Roy Halladay was on the Yankees,
oh my god, player.
He'd be
best pitcher,
best player ever, next Babe Ruth.
Yeah, honestly, like, he's Derek Jeter, but a pitcher. Like, yeah,
like. If Roy Halladay was on the Yankees, that's how good this guy was. It's just because he was in Toronto for so long, and I commend him for staying here for so long. So
hey, everybody says they don't want to come to Toronto until they come to Toronto and love it. It's weird how the same thing happens every single time. Like I don't. Yeah.
And when he won the World Series with the Phillies, I was so happy.
Oh my god, you don't understand. I was like, he did it, and then oh my god, he pitched a perfect game or no hitter in the playoffs.
I think it was a no hit. Oh my god,
Jesus.
Oh I'm telling you, younger generation, go look up Roy Halladay. I promise you won't be surprised. Like this guy is so good.
Now let's move on to the final thing on this list, the manager. Daniel, I think there's only one who can be on this list, and it is John Gibbons.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it's gotta be Cito, right? Like,
does any other manager want a ring? I don't think so.
He's won 2, and he fixed. And Batista credits him for fixing his swing. So.
So Cito Gaston, that's it. Yeah. That's
it. That's enough said.
There's literally nothing else to say. Like, I mean, Gibby was made some very questionable decisions. Montoya, don't even get me started. And then was it John Farrell before that?
Don't even get me started about Farrell.
John Farrell, the guy used the Jays as leverage to get to the Red Sox, and then he won. Oh god, no, I hate that guy. But is that all we had? Was it just Cito Gaston, then Farrell, and then Gibby? Was it just that? I know Gaston was with here for so long.
If I could pull up really quick Blue Jays manager's history.
Because I believe Gaston was here for so long.
I know he was here, and then he came back.
Okay,
so Gaston was here from 98 to 97. Then he left, and then this guy named Tim Johnson came in, who lasted literally half a year.
Well, he must have not done good.
Jim Fergus.
Okay, yeah.
And then Buck Martinez for 2 years.
Oh, Buck, he would have been a great manager. Bring him back.
Apparently he sucked.
Oh, okay. He's a good broadcaster.
Tosca, never heard of that guy. He was here for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gibbons.
Woo!
2004, 2008.
Wow, Gibby came back.
Then Gaston came back for 2008, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Then John Farrell was here for a year, and then Gibbons, and then now we have Charlie Montoya.
Charlie Montoya. Okay, yeah. So it's pretty safe to say that Cito Gaston, takes the cake here. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, that's our overall best Blue Jays team in history.
Let us know what you guys think down below. Tell us, disagree with us on whatever. I'm very interested to see what people think. As well, if you guys want to see another all-time team, let us know down below. Because I'm not gonna lie, Chris, I'd love to do this again. It's so cool.
Yeah, we could do an all-time team from like the 2010s or something, or just within a
2010s.
decade. Hopefully not the early 2000s because there wasn't much, but we could still do it. You got Marco Scutaro starting at shortstop.
Oh yeah, Marco Scooter.
Marco Scutaro. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys all next time.
Goodbye.